Before that, a couple of requests. Some people have been requesting the agenda. It's available online on indiandomainsummit.com. Indian Domain Summit, this is a digital platform. Let's go digital and save some paper. It's not that we forgot. We took a conscious decision that rather than waste paper, let's do it online. Indiandomainsummit.com has the full agenda. It's a mobile compliant website and you can get all the updates from there. Feel free to share. If you're taking pictures, feel free to share, tweet, share it on Facebook, whatever your social media medium you are comfortable with, and help us reach out this spread. The next two speakers we want to purposely highlight, although they are not from the domaining industry, they are very successful in their respective businesses, and we wanted to start this conference by showcasing two examples of local homegrown companies, people who have made it big and people who are very successful, and then we carry on to the domaining world. The objective of calling these two people were that they started their company with 10,000 rupees. The first gentleman, Abhishek Rumta, welcome on board. Please join us on stage. Abhishek runs IndusNet Technologies. His first office was right next to my office. He started with 10,000. He started by selling domain names and hosting packages. And from there, today, he runs a multi-crore company, 750 employees. He did a huge conference yesterday at Hayat Digital Success Summit with almost 400 plus people, some excellent speakers. Some of us were there yesterday. One of the most humble guys you will ever come across, always accessible. And I'm going to ask some pointed and some painful questions to Abhishek, so be prepared. Next person, Sirish Agarwal. Now this is very interesting. We domainiers try to sell domain names, and most of us have landing pages and we try to make logos for that. Sirish runs a company called A1 Future Technologies. Believe me not, he is a guy who runs one of the top 5 logo making companies in the world out of Kolkata. Sirish also employs a couple of hundred people, very successful entrepreneur, first generation entrepreneur. He is also into angel investments. And now they both, because of inspirations or wrong advice or whatever, or bad company with me, have decided to invest in domain names. Every day 6 o'clock I get a couple of messages, we are bidding, what should we bid? So we are going to ask them some few pointed questions, and you are also free to do that. So my first question, or when you started your business, and this is going to be repetitive, did you ever imagine you're going to sit on this stage with me and have the pleasure of me asking you questions?
To be very frank, I want to update my Facebook status. Feeling blessed.
Why is that?
Because I'm sitting with Deepak, who is not just a friend, who is also helping us get into a new industry, who is training us on a daily basis, even at 6 a.m. in the morning, or even I sent him a WhatsApp message at 2 a.m. last night.
And I replied.
And he replied that this is what is friendship, and maybe
so
we call him Guruji.
not only you are making your life difficult, you are also making my life difficult.
Yes. That is called friendship, isn't it?
You are already
Dost
making,
kamine hote hain.
you are already making millions. Why do you want to come and eat into my pie?
It's an interesting question.
You are making million. You are a master in your field. Why do you want to come and take a bite out of my small pie also? Why do you want to eat into my income?
We are trying to help you expand the market. Exactly what you are trying to achieve through this summit.
But you are going to eat it from the same inventory where I am buying domains. You are going to buy domains and raise the cost for me also. Why should I help and support you?
Good question. Maybe it's a difficult question. I'll pass on to Abhishek.
I think it's for fun. So don't worry. We are not going to make a living out of it. We'll just have some fun. We'll just enjoy it a little bit. By the way, I am in domains much before you are in. I started selling domains way back in 97.
Yes.
And I was the largest hosting company and domain company in Kolkata, having 90% market share by 99. And then I lost it.
But then why did you get domaining at that time, 1999, when you could, I remember very clearly, I'll like to share this example with you guys. In 1999, Some of you might not know, or most of you might not know, slots.com, S-L-O-T-S, slot machines, that is slots.com, sold for $500. And couple of years back, if I'm not wrong, 2012 or 13, slots.com, that same domain with the same guy, he resold it for $5.5 million. So do you regret not getting into domaining then and now trying to learn it all over again?
Yes, sir, to some extent. So at that point of time, when I looked at the overall business scenario, I saw domain makes around 50 rupees to 100 rupees margin. And I was looking at from buying and selling domain from a registrar, and I also contemplated becoming a registrar, but it was too much money for me, so I didn't have that kind of a money. So I dropped it. So I said either I become a registrar or I drop this business and go into development business, which I did. Didn't touch it for almost 18, 20 years now, and thought let's tinker around with it a little bit, let's learn and have fun. As I said, this cannot be my core business because I won't have time for it. But yes, I would love to explore, relive and feel nostalgic about what I used to do. And at times I have bought domains for others, which later on I just thought that I should have bought it for myself. So for example, I still remember a gentleman from Calcutta, he was buying all the surnames, right? All the good surnames in India. And I was the guy who was registering it for him, sitting on my PC. He, I think, bought close to 200 surnames, including Roomta.com. And I bought it for him.
You sold your own?
I didn't sell. I was helping him register. Whatever you can say. So I was helping him register that for making only 100 rupees. So yes, now I understand what mistake I did.
So before I victimize both of you guys with more pointed questions, let's go to the basics. Starting with you, Sirish. 5 minutes. Share your journey. From the day you started till today. Tough, but can be done in 5 minutes. Start.
I started my company in 1997 as a cyber cafe. It might sound very basic. It was cyber cafe. It was the first cyber cafe of Calcutta. And that is where I started learning how internet works, how things work. There was a time, one of my clients actually taught me that what is Hotmail, and you can actually register something called free email. Before that, I used to pay BSNL for getting an email ID. So that is where we started from.
Those were the Junction 97 days? When we used to have a chain of cyber cafes called Junction 97 in Calcutta?
Yes, yes. Because that cyber cafe is a unique thing I didn't know until one fine day Star News called me up and they wanted to cover us because it was a unique thing. So that day I got to understand this is actually called cyber cafe. And I will actually incline it towards the domain name thing. The name of my cyber cafe was future.com. Right, but I never registered the domain name. The domain name was registered by CNET, which I see today on Whois. I was so intelligent that I registered the domain name called India-future.com. Because I thought, yeah, future.com is the name of the company, I should highlight it is from India, so that was the domain name I purchased instead of future.com.
Very gifted, I should say.
So thanks for the appreciation. And then the transition happened. We moved into web development, we moved into brand design, and we got specialization into logo design. And once we started logo design, again the transition kept on happening. We started offering infographic design, then we started offering animated videos. So we kept on adding more services to our business. And by the grace of God, by the help of our team that we got in the initial stage, we kept on growing. But yes, domain name played a very important role. In 2002 or 3 most probably, we changed the name of our company from future.com to something else. Now, what should be the name of the company? Instead of finalizing the name of the company, I got on the internet, found out that A1future.com is available. So first I registered the domain name, then I changed the name of my company to A1 Future Technologies. Similarly, for all the services that we offer, we have specific domain names. Like for logo design, we sell it through logodesignteam.com. For infographic, we sell it through infographicdesignteam.com. And for videos, we actually bought animatedvideo.com on premium from one of the auction websites.
From the secondary market.
From the secondary market. So I'm basically having an end user of domain names, and these domain names have drastically helped me in growing my business.
So now you have multiple businesses. Tell the audience a bit more about your logo business. How did you get into it?
Again, I'm here on the stage, I should be telling you that यार बहुत plan किया, बहुत strategy की, इस तरह से plan करके चीजें हुई and now it is successful. No, that was not the true story. We started working with multiple clients, and out of that, fortunately, we got an American client who started offloading his business to us. Initially, he used to offload maybe 2, 3, 4 logos on a daily basis. We grew. At the same time, he also expanded in his domain. His business also started growing. So he started offloading maybe 100 or 200 logos per day to us. So then we understood that logo is actually a good business. And the good thing was that logo was not looked upon as a very positive business. Everybody wanted to get into web design and something which is big. But the logo design, since we are getting volume, the payments were not getting delayed. It was a small amount of money, maybe $200 or $300. The clients in US were upfront in paying 100% advance payment, and then we used to get the job done. So then we understood that this is a huge market, and then we started penetrating the market further. And since we had one client who was outsourcing so much of work to us, we actually started connecting, or as you call it, outbound marketing. We started connecting with multiple resellers and partners who could outsource us these services, and we were lucky enough to crack quite a few deals, because then it was not so competitive as it is today. And we were able to tie up with quite a few partners who started offloading most of their work to us. And the benefit of getting into logo design was that, since it was a low value product, $200, $300, it was easy for you to get started with you. And when somebody gets started with you, and you offer him a great service, he is happy with you, then he doesn't really mind buying other services from you. Though we branded ourselves as logo design, we sell web design, we sell other services, we sell infographic design. So once you have confidence on us, you do not mind offering me all your other requirements.
One house under the same roof, different kinds of services, because you're comfortable with the person.
Yes.
This is a very important learning for all of us domainers, that not only are we selling a domain name, we are building a relationship. So once you build a relationship, the peripheral revenues flow in.
That we started upselling, and those things work, because then the trust was there. If you ask someone, try me out for $5,000 and build trust on me, he thinks twice. But if I ask someone, why don't you spend $300 on me, see whether I am trustworthy or not, then the whole thing becomes much easier.
Right. So now apart from logo, you do a lot of other services.
Right.
So how are you going to connect those services with the domain aspirations which you are now starting with? Do you see a connect, or you want to do domain investing in your personal capacity, or you want to build into your institutional business? How do you want to get into the domaining space?
As far as domain is concerned, I want to do it as a personal investment thing. I do not really want to get into a major business that gets into domain investing. I do not want to plan a separate company for that. I invest in maybe equities. I invest in maybe small startups. So I will have a small fund that invests in domain names. So nothing beyond that.
So it's more like an experiment for you,
It's
and
more
then you'll take it as it comes.
Yes, because I've also failed in domain investing. It is not something that I'm trying to start today. I started domain investing maybe 7-8 years back. I failed miserably. I let a few interesting domain names go away without touching them that I got to know from you. Just a small example again. You'll find it funny that people are sharing failures on the stage. Normally people share success.
No, you should.
So
yeah.
when there was an initial auction of .co domain names, I bid for them, and I was lucky to get crm.co, software.co, hrm.co. I owned them for 3 years. Then suddenly one fine day I thought, क्या बेकार यार, हर साल रेडियो का पैसा लग रहा है, .co का कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, .com is everything. So one fine day I decided not to renew them. And then the day before yesterday, fortunately or unfortunately, I was discussing with Deepak, and he quoted certain figures of these domain names.
Did that figure make you happy or unhappy, or it made you feel cry? Why did I not renew them?
No, see, I'll not say happy or unhappy. That was a positive experience, I'll say. I got to learn something from it. That यार दीपक से एक बार पूछ लेना चाहिए था छोड़ने के पहले.
Coming to you, Abhishek, your journey.
Yes, so
From your Clivero office to your Sector 5 multi-module, multi-million dollar empire.
So let me go even before Clivero, because a lot of people know the Clivero story. So I will go even before that. So
Even I don't know that.
some nuggets which possibly we have never discussed.
Sure.
So the way I started my company was actually, I was reading newspaper in the morning, and there was an exhibition called Computex in ice skating ring. And I said, since I have interest in computers and IT, I should go and look at that exhibition. I went there, somehow something happened in my brain, you call clinical locha, and I thought, dekh ke kya hoga, kuch bechte hain. So I said, yeah, let's exhibit here. I didn't have a stall. So I'm not getting into the stall story. Somehow I managed to get a quarter of a stall, shared with a couple of people, and managed to start my business on that spot. Within half an hour, something happened in my mind, I started the business. And to start a business, you need a name for the business. So what do? So I came out of ice skating ring. There was a restaurant called Indus Valley Restaurant, if you remember that.
Yes, where the new chai break is.
So I took Indus from there. I took net from internet, and I said, "Karenge kya technology karenge?" So technology bata. So I made a name, Indus Net Technologies, on the spot, and I printed. I created one leaflet from a cyber cafe like what Sirish started, and then I did a Xerox of it, 1 rupee each. Had 50 of them, and that is where 50 rupees started the business. And I came into the stall, kept those leaflets, and started the business. Now, I had a very interesting company right in front of me. I won't name them. They were the biggest company at that time in the field. They told me that, you can't run a company like this. Where is your website?
That's quite good.
Let's not take names. So they told me, where is the website? I said, I don't have a website. I said, no, you should have a domain name. You should have a website. Otherwise, how will you make a website for others? How will you do digital services for others? Sure. So I said, come to my office, I'll sell you a domain name, I'll sell you a website. I went to their office. They said, to buy a domain name, it will be around 8,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. And to get a hosting space, you will need around 25,000 rupees. And the rest, you can make your website yourself. You know that. That's what you are selling. I said, absolutely. So he took the name. And that's the funny thing, So you try to become idealistic. You start reading about things. And then I said, IndusNet do alag word hai. So my domain name should be indus-net.com. Indusnet.com was available. Okay? But I was idealistic.
You two were gifted.
Obviously I was gifted, man.
Both were equally
We just didn't make enough out of it, right? So I said indus-net.com bech do bhai mere ko. वो बोला ठीक है ले लो आप. And I was given a time to pay him within next, I think, 7 days or something. Now another problem is that I couldn't pay. So, but domain name in those days was by Network Solutions, and Network Solutions would run the domain name for 3 months. Yes. Unless they receive the money, they will if they don't receive the money, then they will discontinue. So fortunately, I had a free domain name for 3 months.
And the registrations used to be for 2 years.
Yes. So I had a 3 months free domain name, and then my domain obviously expired. They closed down the domain name, and my business was without a domain name again. This time I thought, ab kya domain name rakhe? By this time I have researched a lot on internet and found that the domain and hosting that he was selling for 10,000 and 30,000 respectively actually cost 3,500 rupees and maybe 6,500 rupees only. I said, यार ये तो कलकत्ता में बड़ा बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं. 6,000 7,000 रुपए की hosting को 40,000 में बेच रहे हैं, क्या करना है? So I said, I think I should go into hosting business first. Leave the web design business.
So you wanted to eat their pie just the way you are trying to eat my pie in domains now.
Come on, no. Let me explain. Give me a fair opportunity.
Okay.
So I went and went online, started registering the domain name. Now I said, what do I put the domain name? So at that time I used to have a nickname called Talash, and all the guys in my age group, we are the old people, will realize that there used to be IRC chat on those days, right? And we used to flirt and we used to spend a lot of time on IRC chat. And my nickname was Talash. So I said, yaar, IndusNet to raha nahi, naam to mila nahi. Ek kaam karte, Talash le le. So I went and searched for Talash. Talash.com, Talash.net, everything was available. Those were those days, right? I said, since I'm planning to run a hosting company, and on webhostingtalk.com it says, if you want to run a hosting company, the domain name should be .net. I made another stupidity. I registered Talash.net and did not register Talash.com. Okay. Talash was a search engine name, so obviously massive value out there as well. So yes, I did that and started the company. Obviously from there on went into domain registration business, hosting business. Then there was the 99 downturn, in 99 boom, and somehow 99 boom I decided I should get a master's degree in technology because I didn't have any technology degree, so people will not take me seriously. So I went to UK to study, giving my sister the rein to run the company. Obviously she has her limitations, she's not a techie, so She was running the company well, but it was not like growing at the pace .com boom was doing. And at that time, there is another interesting incident happened. I understood. I was reading news and I figured out that Network Solutions will not remain the only registrar. Other companies are going to come. And the first company I still remember that was about to come was called Tucows.
Yes.
OpenSRS. They brought a platform called OpenSRS. And myself being a nerd and nothing to do in college in UK, I used to learn about it, read about it, and I actually coded a platform to run an OpenSRS system. And on the search engine forums, and on the forums of OpenSRS, I met a very interesting guy which all of you know very well, Bhavin Turakia. And Bhavin always used to, we used to chat. While Bhavin was coding his system of DirectEye, which we later on knew as DirectEye, I was just trying to understand that how can I, register domain cheaper. So 3,500 is the buying price. Can I register at a cheaper price and let my sister make more money in Calcutta? And give her a platform to run it automatically. So that was my objective. Possibly Bhavin's objective was much, much bigger. He had a much bigger dream out there. And obviously he got decently paid for that. And that was very interesting time. Tucows came. And I still remember in front of my office, there used to be a queue in Clive's office. There used to be a queue which used to spiral down the stairs and go through there almost till the Standard Chartered Bank. So it used to be a queue of almost 200 to 250 people who would queue up with 1,500 rupees in their hand to buy a domain name. Because every other company in Kolkata was selling at 3,500 rupees. And I was the only one selling at 1,500 rupees.
So you were the Gulshan Kumar of domain registration in Calcutta.
Jo bolna hai, bol le yaar.
When the cassettes in the market used to sell for 60 rupees, he used to sell for 7 rupees. So you did that same for the domain industry.
I didn't know how to do business here. So that when people don't know how to do business, the only thing they do is basically cut down prices.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I did that, and obviously my hosting and domain business was not that big. When I came back, the only angle I looked at it was either you become a registrar, then you make money, or you leave this industry because there's only 100, 200 rupees margin left. And I said, yeah, rehne dete hain. Your clients will renew their domains and we'll run the business. And that's it. So I went more into design, development, and obviously kept growing that side of business. I'm not regretting that, but yes, that grew quite decently. And now I want to feel a little nostalgic and do a little bit meddling around with domains under your guidance.
So those who don't know, Abhishek is the guy who created Moti Ji's MyGov app. So I think from the day he started into his Clive office to one of the most used apps in the country, that's a journey well spent, time well spent, and a journey worth the effort. So before we throw the audience questions, we never talk about the failures. And I have plenty of failures which I'm going to speak about later in the day. Suresh, your biggest failure, biggest regret, whatever you want to share, as a takeaway for the audience, for the youngsters, there are plenty of young people out here, as well as dinosaurs like us, and bigger dinosaurs. What is your takeaway to the audience? We all make mistakes. Your mistake, your learning, your giveaway.
Two things. As far as business is concerned, yes, there were quite a few failures, but again, maybe 5 small failures and maybe 2 big successes make the day. So it is not important to really catch on to your failures and keep regretting about it. Since I was in the creative field, I started I thought that everything should be in the creative field. I started a photography studio. I failed. I got into painting business where we used to actually buy and sell paintings. We failed miserably. Again, since we failed, we decided to close it down. We did not regret, and again we got back to something that we were really good at. And then what we decided that if we are good at it, then try to expand on your expertise, right? So based on our infrastructure and expertise, we were good with logo design and web design. So we moved into infographic design. We moved into animated videos because they were very much aligned to our infrastructure, the team, the clients, all were pretty similar. So instead of trying to try my luck at things which I was not good at and try to reinvent the wheel, I started moving into the wheel and expanding within the scope of the work. That was one thing. Secondly, the one more grave mistake that I made in my initial days was, my hiring was not aggressive. I did not really hire aggressive, positive people in those days. I used to hire people at a very basic level. I did not really take care कि यार काम चल रहा है, I am taking care of the management, I am taking care of the strategy, I am taking care of the marketing. So I just hired designers and developers who used to do work for me, who used to do work for clients. But as far as the top tier was concerned, I also had to hire those top tier people in those days who could take care of the management, who could take care of the marketing, who could actually manage the thing that I do. So I actually should have hired people who were better than me, which I did not in those days. So if I could have done that, I think things could have been much better today.
Abhishek, same question. Your biggest failures, your learning, and your giveaway.
You have to remind me if I forget. Long question.
I'm the conscious keeper.
Thank you. So I think the industry we are in, right? It's a very complicated industry. Every time it's changing, right? Every few years, it changes its entire face, and either you rediscover or you vanish. So I think so when I started this domain and hosting business, having 80-90% market share in Calcutta, feeling very proud and happy about it. Then coming back after my masters, seeing that there is no business left for me. I am at 5% level, and nobody really cares about what you are and who you are. And you start struggling for getting clients for 5,000 rupees. And you know, that's, I mean, you can call it a failure because you literally lose a running good business. Just because you have not been able to keep up with time, just because you have not been able to kind of think through and think ahead. And I think every time what you need to do is keep learning from these mistakes and really apply it. Right? Because once you understand that you have not been able to think through and think ahead, you need to start thinking ahead. Because if you still don't think ahead, then you will again die. I had lots of management-related issues. Like obviously, we had a literal coup in the company where we lost a lot of business, lost a lot of employees, rebuilt the entire company. Then we again found out situations where we had to we found out that the SME segment is not much interested in doing business with companies directly. They prefer platforms like Elance and a lot of other platforms where there is extremely competitive bidding. And we figured out totally different way of selling online, by creating a proper online brand, by doing aggressive AdWords. So all the times, the techniques keep changing. I think the biggest challenge is to always keep ahead with the marketing and customer management techniques, and obviously the technology. Because if you lose that, you are out of game. So it's like you are literally riding a tiger. Right? If you cannot ride the tiger right, you are dead. And if you can ride the tiger right, you will enjoy as long as you are alive.
Thank you, Abhishek. So, for those who don't know, there's another very well-known, famous face among our audience. Alkesh, could you please stand up for us? So, those who are from Calcutta would definitely know the chain of refilling cartridges. He owns Refill Cartridges. Alkesh runs almost 300 stores, and his claim to credit is he sold a part of his company to a venture fund, and he made so much money that he bought back his stake and took his company private. So, thanks Alkesh for coming and supporting us. These guys are going to be there with us throughout the day. I would request you pick their brains. These guys are fabulous success stories. They have made it through thick and thin. They have created value. Because we are dominions, doesn't make any difference. Ultimately, the bottom part is business. And they have created a successful business out of nothing with a very small capital. Any questions? Yes, Jay.
You still have that last.net?
Yeah, I have.
And .com?
No, I didn't register it ever.
Okay.
When I went to register, it was too late.
You regret that? Regret that?
For some time I regretted, but then I just said, let be it, like that.
Any more questions? Nothing?
If there are no questions, I'd like to share a very funny or interesting story, experience for you all who are going to get into domain industry. When I had my son, when he was born, we were contemplating, iska naam kya rakha jaye?
Did you search the domain name first before naming
Yes.
it?
I'm an intelligent guy. So what I did was नाम बाद में सोचेंगे, spelling बाद में सोचेंगे, पहले इंटरनेट पे चलते हैं. Let me find out what is the name that is available, what is that perfect spelling that is available. Let me register the .com and then we'll finalize his name. So first the domain name should come, उसके बाद नामकरण हो जाएगा. But ultimately that did not happen. because my mom, my dad, everybody told me, pagal ho gaya hai. Right. So, but this was the idea. But luckily, what I did, my mom, dad gave him his name. Everything happened. After that, for last 4 or 5 years, I was following his name. Somebody else had it who was not using it, and ultimately using drop catch. After an effort of 4 years, I was able to buy that domain name.
I heard you guys were partying in this hotel last night till 4 a.m. and yet you could make it. My sincere, deepest gratitude for all the help and support. And I would like to mention this conference wouldn't have been possible had Abhishek not pushed me that you should do it too, Kar. तेरे को जो support चाहिए मेरी team है, मैं खड़ा हूँ. And it is all because of his words of support that we could do it. A big round of applause for these guys. Thank you for taking out your time. May I request Mr. Gupta, if you could please honor them with a memento. We've joked around, we've had a corny conversation, but these guys are so successful. People try to get the appointment, try to take advantage of it, of the opportunity, pick their brains, try to learn as much as possible from them.